Hello guys, welcome back. So what we have done here is we have created another custom action called as case summary, which is basically using a prompt template behind the scene, and it summarizes the case record for us. But we don't have an action to fetch the case record, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to create a custom action now. Behind the scene, it's going to have a flow which is going to fetch the case information by the case number, and it is going to send a response with the whole case record. And that response will be used by case summary action to summarize the record. So we are going to use 3 actions, and all these 3 actions are our own custom actions. So now I'm going to go over to the flow here, and that way you will get another example of how to create a flow and then tie it to the action and all that. Okay, so we'll go here and we'll click on new flow and start from scratch, hit next here, and it is an auto launch flow, create. And all this case is doing is getting the case information. So I'm going to go use get record element here. And here I'm going to say fetch case record by case number. And this case number is something we are going to pass from the user input. We'll ask the user to give the case number. Get records of this object. Which object? Case, correct. Now, which object? There can be multiple records, right? Under this object, which particular record you are looking to fetch? Whereas the case number is something that we're going to pass. So I'm going to create a new resource, call this as a variable, case number, make sure it is text and available for input, and hit done. So case number is something we are going to pass from the user input. It will automatically get passed. Agent will understand that, okay, case number is there. This is the action I have. I need to invoke the action. Now it is going to give you the whole case record, right? Now only the first record is usually going to give you one case. Automatically store all fields or choose fields and assign variables. I'm going to go ahead and use this option, choose fields and assign variable. And if you remember, we have to set up response, right? So here I'm going to create select variable to store the case. So here I'm going to create new resource. I'm going to set up my variable. It is called as response. Data type is record and available for output. It is of the type case. We're going to go ahead and select case here and available for output, hit done. Select case fields to store in this variable. So we're going to store whatever you want to store. We want to store the subject. We want to store the description of the case. We want to store the close date of the case, whatever it is there. We want to store the priority. And automatically we are also want to store the description. We have it, subject we have it, close date, priority, product, let's say we have that, and let's say type description, case comments. So we'll go here to the case comments as well. So we're going to go ahead and internal comments, or let's say if we have any related list. No, we don't have, so we'll just use internal comments and hit save. So I'm setting up the response as well. So here I'm going to say fetch the case by case number and hit save. Make sure you have activated this flow. So let me explain you what this flow is doing. Very simple. It is fetching the case record. What that get record element was doing was able to fetch the record, right? Similar thing I'm doing it that, okay, fetch me the case record. So this is what this is doing. It is fetching the case record based on the case number. The user is going to input the case number. This user input would be passed over to the flow, and the response of this flow is going to be these values. It's going to record the whole case record, only these important fields of that case record. Then you're going to have summarize action will automatically get called when the user says I want to summarize the record. Then it is going to call the next action. This is activated, sorry, this is completely activated. Now we'll go over to our agent. So we'll go to the setup again, and we will go to the agent action, and we'll click on new agent action. We'll click here agent, and we'll go to the agent actions, and we will click on new agent action here. What type of action it is? Flow again. What is the flow? Which flow? Fetch the case by the case number, hit next, and this is going to fetch the case record based on the case number, which will be input by the user. This action should be invoked whenever a user is asking to get case detail, will be passed. Okay, collect data from the user here, and instructions response will be the case record. Show in conversation and finish. So now your action is created. Now you have two actions that we need to add. So we'll go over to our agent again, and under our, previously it was not able to figure out, right? Because we took away those actions. Now we will go ahead and give our custom actions to this topic. And which actions it is? We have the action plus here is the fetch the case by the case number. That is it. Hit finish. So now it is able to fetch the case based on the number. It will be able to summarize the record, all it should be able to do. So here I'm going to say, hi, can you please provide me a summary of my case, and it is asking me for my case number. So I'm going to give this 1028. Can you please provide the case number for the case you would like summarized? And this is my case number. And now if you see here, it is going to call, first it is going to call fetch the case by case number action. Then it is going to call case summary action. Okay, so let's see what it is doing. First, it is doing fetch the case by case number. So basically this is the case number. It gave you this response here. So if you remember, it is not giving you all the fields, only the ones that you asked for: subject, ID, description, priority, product, and comments. Basically, this is the response of your flow. If you remember, we were setting up that response variable. In that response, we were setting up these fields, and that is exactly what your flow has given to you. And this response is passed over to the case summary. This is nothing but your prompt template. If you remember here, the summary here, and then it, based on that, it gave you a summary of the record. Case number this pertains to a new high priority mechanical issue. Object of the case is issue with installation of a microwave. Customer reports that the microwave product G3 is not functioning properly. So all of this, it is giving you the answer over here. So what we did was we created our own custom actions. We configured those actions under our agent, and now agent is able to use those custom actions and provide you the answer. I hope with this everything is crystal clear about Einstein Copilot. We have seen multiple things. What we have seen is how to create your new topic, how to add existing actions to the topic, how to create custom actions. We have seen how to create a flow related custom action. We have seen how to create a prompt template related custom action. We have seen how to create the flow and how to set up that response variable that is needed to show in the conversation. So all of this is done in this section. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to see you in the next video. Thank you.